Is it possible to experience some of the best summer itineraries in Europe in just 7 to 10 days? The answer is yes, but only if you have the right itinerary that balances efficiency with authentic experiences. I've spent days creating these 10 perfect summer itineraries. Each one saves you hours of research and ensures you experience the must-see attractions and special local spots. As a bonus, you can download these itineraries in the description or the comment section. Our first 10 days destination is Oslo and the Fjords in Norway. Your adventure begins in Oslo, days 1 to 2, where you'll explore the striking opera house and the fascinating Viking ship museum. Then you'll take a scenic train journey to Bergen, days 3 to 4, with its colorful wooden buildings along Bryggen Wharf, your gateway to fjord country. The real magic happens on days 5 to 6 when you'll kayak through Narøy Fjord. The water is crystal clear, while towering cliff walls rise dramatically on both sides. I felt tiny as I paddled through this UNESCO-protected waterway, the silence only broken by gentle splashes. From there, you'll head to Ålesund, day 7, a charming Art Nouveau town rebuilt after a 1904 fire. Then to the remote Lofoten Islands, days 8 to 10, where red fishing cabins sit against jagged mountains. The highlight? Experiencing the midnight sun as you hike Mount Reinebringen at 2 a.m. under golden light. Our next destination is Lisbon and Algarve in Portugal, a 9-day itinerary where you can explore a vibrant historic capital and unwind on stunning beaches in one perfect trip. Start with 4 days in Lisbon, wandering through the Alfama district's narrow cobblestone streets and riding the famous yellow trams that climb impossible hills like urban mountain explorers. I went to the 60 Factory, a former industrial complex hosting incredible street art, boutique shops, and the coolest bookstore. Don't miss Tram 28's journey through the oldest neighborhoods before escaping the city to Sintra, where Pina Palace's vivid red and yellow towers look like they came from a fairy tale. For the next 5 days, head south to the Algarve. The limestone cliffs and turquoise waters around Lagos will make you dream. I spent an unforgettable morning kayaking through the sea caves at Ponta da Piedade, where sunlight filters through hidden openings in the rock. My favorite discovery was the secluded beaches near Sagres, such as Praia do Beliche. Our next destination is Naples and the Amalfi Coast, a 7-day adventure to the vibrant chaos of Naples and the dramatic beauty of the Amalfi Coast. I spent my first 2 days in Naples, where the historic center buzzes with electric energy. Narrow streets led me to Di Matteo for authentic Neapolitan pizza, simple tomatoes, mozzarella, and basil. Just beneath this lively maze, I descended 40 meters into Naples underground to discover ancient Greek aqueducts and World War II shelters. On day 3, I explored Pompeii's incredibly preserved streets and eerie bodies before hiking Mount Vesuvius. At the crater rim, steam still rises from this sleeping giant while the panoramic Bay of Naples spread below made every step worthwhile. For the remaining 4 days, I based myself in charming Sorrento, discovering lemons the size of footballs used for delicious limoncello. From here, I took day trips along the winding coastal road to Positano, Ravello, and Vietri sul Mare. Next destination is the Dalmatian Coast in Croatia, an 8-day itinerary that balances ancient history and pristine nature. My adventure began in Dubrovnik, where I spent 2 days exploring Game of Thrones filming locations while wandering the ancient city. One afternoon, I rented a kayak and paddled around Lochram Island, discovering secluded coves where I could swim in crystal-clear waters that sparkled in the sunlight. Days 3 and 4 took me to Mollet, where I cycled through pine-scented forests surrounding 2 saltwater lakes. The 12th century Benedictine monastery, perched on its own tiny island in the middle of a lake, was a breathtaking sight. In Hvar town, I enjoyed polished marble streets and vibrant nightlife. The highlight was exploring the Paklani Islands by small boat. My journey concluded in Split, experiencing Diocletian's Palace and swimming beneath Krka National Park's waterfalls. Our next destination is Iceland. This is a 7-day journey that delivers some of the wildest experiences, like stepping into another world. I started with the Golden Circle, where Thingvellir National Park literally straddles the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates. I had the surreal experience of snorkeling in the Silfra Fissure, floating between continents in water so clear visibility extends over 100 meters. The water stays a crisp 2 to 4 degrees Celsius year-round, but my dry suit kept me comfortable enough to appreciate this swimming spot. Day 3 took me to the roaring energy of the south coast, where Skogafoss and Seljalandsfoss waterfalls create permanent rainbows in their mist. At Salheimajökull Glacier, I strapped on crampons and wielded an ice axe to hike across ancient blue ice riddled with volcanic ash layers. The eastern fjords offered welcome solitude after the popular south. I soaked in a hidden geothermal pool near Djúpivogur, where locals outnumbered tourists watching puffins circle overhead against dramatic mountain backdrops. Next is a 10-day Italian itinerary that captures Italy's artistic genius and still leaves time for Mediterranean swims. In Milan, I explored the magnificent Duomo and Leonardo's Last Supper before discovering Brera District's workshops, where artisans crafted handmade leather goods. In Venice, I skipped tourist gondolas for Marco's local water taxi through hidden canals. The real magic happened at dawn. Piazza San Marco completely to me as morning light danced across the basilica's golden mosaics. Florence deserves 3 days. Beyond the Uffizi's Renaissance masterpieces, I ventured to San Niccolò across the Arno, watching artisans restore antique frames using traditional gold leaf techniques. The finale was Cinque Terre. I stayed in cliff-perched Corniglia, away from cruise crowds. Hiking to Manarola through terraced vineyards and swimming in a hidden cove near Rio Maggiore, I watched pastel buildings glow golden at sunset. Our next journey is an 8-day adventure across Scotland, a land where misty mountains cradle ancient legends. I spent my first 2 days exploring Edinburgh's medieval centre. The Royal Mile stretches from Edinburgh Castle down to Holyrood Palace, while Arthur's Seat offered magical panoramic views at sunrise from its ancient volcanic peak. Leaving Edinburgh, I ventured into the rugged Highlands. At Stirling Castle, I walked halls once ruled by Scottish royalty. Through Glencoe's dramatic valley, the tragic story of the MacDonald clan massacre echoed between mountain walls. On day 5, I crossed to the Isle of Skye, where the fairy pool's crystal-clear waters flow like timeless myths beneath the jagged Black Quillen Mountains. I hiked to the Old Man of Storr at dawn, marveling at the Quiraing's otherworldly formations. My favorite discovery was Plockton Village, picturesque with palm trees growing alongside a sheltered bay where colorful fishing boats bob. Our next 7-day destination is the Loire Valley, home to over 300 chateaux. My journey began in Orléans, where Joan of Arc once led French forces to victory. As I wandered through its medieval center, the powerful resonance of the cathedral's 10,000-pipe organ seemed to echo through centuries. Chambord was my first major chateau, and nothing prepares you for its scale. With 440 rooms, 365 fireplaces, and that famous double helix staircase designed by Leonardo da Vinci, it's the undisputed king of Loire castles. Then I went to Chenonceau, gracefully spanning the River Cher. This ladies' castle was shaped by remarkable women from Diane de Poitiers to Catherine de Medici. Between these monumental castles, smaller treasures like Azay-le-Rideau reflect perfectly in their moats, while at Villandry I marveled at geometric gardens. Next is a 9-day journey through 3 Central European capitals. Budapest, Vienna, and Prague formed a triangle of imperial splendor, each with its own unmistakable character. I started with 3 days in Budapest, where the Danube splits the city into hilly Buda and flat Pest. During my stay, I soaked in the 16th century Széchenyi thermal baths, watching elderly locals play chess on floating boards amid rising steam, and discovered Budapest's famous ruin bars, abandoned Soviet-era buildings transformed into eclectic nightlife spaces. The train to Vienna transported me from Budapest's raw charm to a city of refined elegance. I spent 3 days exploring Habsburg palaces and relaxing in traditional coffee houses. At Café Central, I ordered Melange coffee and Sachertorte beneath vaulted ceilings that once hosted Freud and Trotsky, while the bustling Naschmarkt offered everything from Viennese sausages to Turkish spices. Prague captivated me for my final 3 days. From my apartment in charming Mala Strana, I'd cross the Charles Bridge early, watching artists set up their easels in the golden morning light. One evening, I discovered a hidden beer garden in Letná Park where, surrounded by locals, I watched the sunset paint Prague's red rooftops while sampling Pilsners, a perfect ending to my journey. Our final 10-day itinerary explores Andalusia, where Moorish history, mountaintop villages, and cultural treasures create Spain's most enchanting region. I began in Seville, where 3 days wandering Santa Cruz Quarter's narrow lanes revealed hidden plazas. The real Alcazar Gardens took my breath away, as did La Giralda's 105-meter bell tower, once a magnificent minaret. In Cordoba, I timed my visit perfectly for the Patios Festival, when families compete with stunning flower displays. The Mesquita Cathedral enveloped me in a forest of 850 columns supporting distinctive red and white striped arches. Dramatic Ronda became my gateway to those impossibly photogenic white villages. Granada deserved 3 full days. The Alhambra at night proved magical beyond photographs. Intricate carvings dramatically lit, fountains creating perfect reflections that transported me through centuries of Moorish artistry. My journey concluded in Malaga, where vibrant arts and authentic markets revealed Andalusia's transformative blend of tradition and creativity. So there you have it. 10 incredible European itineraries that can transform your next vacation from just another trip into an unforgettable adventure. These carefully crafted journeys solve the biggest challenge we all face: maximizing our precious time while still experiencing the authentic soul of each destination. Don't forget to subscribe for more insider travel tips. And which itinerary sparked your imagination the most? Or do you have a hidden European gem you want to share? Let me know in the comments below.